Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Matthews here from M&D FOREX Traders. I hope you're doing great. Today we're back with a new video for you guys. It's a weekly trade breakdown of the previous week's trades. All right, so this is something new, something I thought would be helpful for you guys, so that for me to give you an insight of what made me take this particular trade, the kind of trades we took, the wins and the losses, and everything else. All right, so stick around, watch the rest of the video, and let's go. Great. So if you look at this weekly summary right here, you will see a lot of rays and greens, right? Yeah. So I'll just break down like this particular trade right here. We'll go to the charts and everything else. So just want to tell you something. Right here where you're seeing 2 hour, meaning we took this trade twice, okay? And if it's a 1 hour, meaning we lost one. If it's 2 hour, meaning we took this trade twice. If you see 3 hour, meaning we took this trade 3 times, right? And I hope that's clear. The 9 hour, meaning this is the profit that we made on the particular trade, and these are the pips. So these are the pairs. This is the risk to reward ratio, and then this is the number of pips we made or lost on that particular trade, and then this is the net RR gained, and then the total pips made on a particular trade. So let's start with the NZD card. So if you this is our private community, you can actually see that this was the first trade on Monday. This was the NZD card trade that we took on Monday. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a loss. Let me just go to the chart right now. I show you. So NZD card, this was on the 1 hour time frame. So let's go to the NZD card trade. So we go. This is my FX. This is my trading view. NZD card right here. Yeah. Okay. Let me just do this for you guys. This is the NZD card trade we took right here. As you can see, yeah. Okay, let me just come to check. Yeah, that was the trade we took actually. So the first trade, I think this one was a loser. I don't know what happened. Yeah, actually, I think we exited this trade prematurely. This was actually a loss. The NZD card first trade was a loss right here. Yeah, the market actually we entered somewhere around this level, and then the market pushed to the upside and kind of took me out right there. And then we had to enter it for the second time where the signal was sent. Let me just show you right here. So the second time we took the NZD card was right here. Yeah. So the first trade was taken from here, and then the market pushed the upside, took us out. Then the next trade we took was right here. We took the second trade. As you can see, the entry was there, and a signal was sent to the private community. And yeah, and this was on what time frame? Then just counter check the time frame. This was in the 4 hour time frame. So if we go to the 4 hour time frame, you'll see exactly what happened and what made us take that to that particular trade. So if you can see right here, when we took the trade was around this level right there. So we had our beautiful structure, and then yeah, right there, and then the market dropped about 10R in our favor. And remember, the first trade we lost, right? And then that's the reason why you're seeing that we don't have a 10R here. We have 9R because we subtracted the first loss that we actually encountered. So that's the reason why we had 9R on that particular trade right there. So this was the NZD card, beautiful trade. So if you look at that, so we exited Yeah, and then the market actually tried to push to the upside upon coming to this level right there, and then that's where I instructed our members to actually exit this trade because this was a potential upside move which somehow I overlooked because I was looking for price to actually come to this level. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Then the next trade was USD JPY. USD JPY, the signal was sent right here. So this was the first signal. I was looking for price to continue with this downtrend, which was actually already in existence. You can see that the market had already responded to this level twice. The market came here, rejected, and came to that level, and then we saw it dropping, right? So thought that the market was going to continue to drop. However, the market didn't continue to go in that direction. The market actually pushed to the upside, and we were taken out twice. I tried to enter for the second time. We realized that the market couldn't comply, and then we encountered a loss. Okay, so that's the reason why we had 2R there, because we lost twice, and then it was 30 pips stop loss each. Okay, and then the next trade after that was the GBPJPY, the GBPJPY trade, with which I actually sent also to the public community. Unfortunately, this trade turned out to be a loss. We had a very nice structure there. We had the nice QML change of structure right there, then higher high, then we formed the lower low. The market came to us in nice compression, rejected that level, came back again with another rising wedge. With this particular level, expecting the market to actually roll over to the downside. However, the market didn't do that. As you can see from here, the market actually pushed the downside, and we were taken out. Where is that GBPJPY trade? I thought I did send it here. Where is it? It's not here. Yeah, that was a loss. We lost that particular trade. Let's see if I can, if I didn't delete the analysis here. GBPJPY. Yeah, so the initial analysis was here around this level, right? This was my level that I was looking at to sell from. You can see that the market actually, let me just go to the lower time frame. Yeah, as you can see, that was my setup right here before I deleted everything. We had a nice compression right there. The market, I was looking to sell from here. Unfortunately, the market didn't respect this level. It continued to go to the upside, and we were taken out with a loss. Fortunately, the public community also encountered that loss, and then that's the reason why we have a GBPJPY 40 pip loss right here, 1R. Okay. And then the next trade we took was the GBP NZD, which was also a loss. Let me show you right here. GBP, yeah, this one right here. It was a really nice setup. We had a nice compression. So we had a nice QML, higher high, then change of character right there. The market coming to us, nice compression. And then we saw the market trying to reverse from this level. We sent a signal. However, the market didn't comply, right? The market actually ended up going to the upside, and we were taken out. This was the before and the after picture right here. You can see that the market actually pushed to the upside and we were taken out. And however, the market actually tried to come to the downside again. This is what uh, this is what accounts for this loss right here, which was just 11 pips, and we lost that particular trade. And then the next trade was NZDJPY, a beautiful trade. Let me just show you that the signal was actually sent to our private community. Where is that? Right here. It was a beautiful trade. We had a nice higher high right there. We had a previous trend, and then we had a nice change of character right there with a nice order block right there. This was some liquidity resting around that level there. Then the market came to our zone right there, and we saw the market being rejected beautifully. The signal was sent, and guess what happened? The market dropped Boom, just like that. Let me just show you NZDJPY right here. The market dropped beautifully. It was a beautiful trade, securing around 5 hour, I think. Yeah, so the initial target was like 12 hour. However, the market dropped for about 7 hour, and then we actually exited this market when the market actually came to this level right here. If you remember, this was the same level where the NZDCAD had reacted from, and then we were trading both pairs. And then we had to exit with 5R around this level right there. You can see that the market actually dropped beautifully after that entry. After this entry right here, you can see that the market dropped beautifully. Let me just go to the 2 hour time frame right here. Right here, yeah, you can see a nice how people move right there from here, from where we exited from, about 130 pips, is it about 150 pips actually. So we exited from somewhere around this level right there. So this is what happened, and the market pushed the upside with momentum candles right just immediately after we exited, and then later on the market tried to drop, but the momentum was kind of weak to the downside. Therefore, we just decided to just get out of this trade, because you know there was this level where the market had reacted from, and then yeah, so we got out with about 5R right there. And then the next trade after that was a Euro AUD. Man, this trade was something else. This trade was a very, very, very beautiful trade. However, let me just show you what happened. So the first trade was here. You can see that we had a nice uptrend right there. Thereafter, we had a nice change of character right there, which ended up forming a lower low. Then we had a resistance. But if you can see right here, we saw that the market actually came to my order block right here and then dropped. All right. So that was one of the things that actually caused me to actually sell the next time the market was coming to this order block, which was left at this level right there. So my plan was to sell here, right? And my stop loss is going to be just above there. By the way, this was in the 5 minute time frame, and my stop loss was just 5 pips. And then the trade was sent after the market reacted on that level. Unfortunately, guess what happened? The market pushed to the upside. We were taken out with a loss. That was the first loss of $5. I mean 5 pips, and the market pushed to the upside. And guess what? The market. I was contemplating that the market was supposed to actually come to this level right here. Let me just show you. What I wanted for the market to do was to come to my level. But however, I had this reaction here, and then I assumed that the market was going to reverse from that level. Unfortunately, the market didn't, and then it pushed the upside, and again coming to my level, the initial level where I was expecting it to come, right? And then once the market came to this level, you can see nicely that the market was actually reacting from that level beautifully. If you went to the lower time frame, you can see that we actually had a little break of structures in the down on the lower time frame, which was actually a confirmation to sell. However, what happened? After that rejection right there, we saw the market again pushing to the upside. However, this time around, we were risking about 40 pips, and the market pushed to the upside. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. EUROCAD, Euro AUD. It was a very, very beautiful trade. However, it didn't just work. It didn't just work out. Yeah. So you're going to take a lot of such trades where we have very, very beautiful trades, but they will not just work. And that's how it is. So you can see that, let me just zoom in a little bit. You can see that we had a nice confirmation right there, right? A very, very good confirmation right there. We had a nice shooting star right there. And then just after that, we saw the market pushing to the upside with some momentum candles. Okay. And then now I was like, whoa, I was taken out of this trade again for the second time. And then what happened? I think I ended up taking this trade again. Let me see. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, and then this is the level where we actually exited all the NZD pairs with some good profits. One was actually about 9R, I mean 10R, the other one was about 5R, right? So that was it. And then we took the GBPUSD. Man, this was a beautiful trade. The GBPUSD setup was like this. Let me just show you. This was a trade. This was on the 50 minutes time frame with a nice QML low, higher high right there, and then we had a change of character forming as a lower low, but a nice resistance right there, and another resistance, but a nice momentum candle pushing to the upside, taking out the upside liquidity right there, and then you can nicely see our confirmation for a sell right there. And guess what happened? The market dropped like crazy. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Like this was actually a very, very, very good trade. I actually really enjoyed that. Actually analyzing and all that. It was a nice trade. This was a trade right here. Okay. I was super confident in this particular trade. I'll show you in a minute why. So this was the trade. We had a nice resistance right there. The market came out, like took out the liquidity above there, and then we had a nice confirmation. We had a nice drop right there, and then we had like a nice small consolidation right there, and then a big drop. Like this was like a 10-hour trade, guys. Like this was a very, very, very nice trade. And then the other reason that actually gave me so much confidence on this particular trade is because of let me just show you what is happening on DXY. We had a nice level of confluence right here. So DXY, you know, guys, it's inversely correlated with the USDJPY. I mean USD GBP and GBPUSD and EURUSD, right? So if DXY is buying, therefore, I expect EURUSD and GBPUSD to be selling, right? And therefore, I saw this level right here, and then I saw the market reacting from this level. And when I went to GBPUSD, I saw that it was actually at the nice supply zone, and that's when I sold. I mean, I sold the GBPUSD, and then I expected the DXY to actually ride to the upside, and that's what happened. As you can see that here, the market actually dropped beautifully right here, securing us about 10R. This was a trade. The trade was sent to a private community, and that was it. Then the next trade was again, yeah, the EURGBP, the Euro AUD. This was the third time we took this trade. That's the reason why you're able to see 3R negative on the Euro AUD. Again, this was the other confirmation that we had, a very beautiful confirmation on the 4-hour time frame. However, it didn't just work. Euro AUD right there. I really wanted this trade to work. Like it had all my confluence. However, it didn't just work, right? It didn't just work. And what happened? The market just went to the upside, took us out, and then eventually the market started going to the downside. And then that's how it is. So that's the reason why you're able to see 3R in red, and then two trades which were actually about 40 pips each, and then the other trade which was like 5 pips. That's the reason why you have 85 pips losses right there. And then the next trade after that was after the GBP, after the GBP USD was the GBP AUD trade. Okay, so the GBP AUD trade was like this. Let me just show you. GBP AUD trade was the first trade was here, right? So we had a nice uh, order block right there. If you went to the lower time frame, you'd actually appreciate an order block right there with the QML door, higher high, change of character, where the resistance, the market took out the liquidity right there. So the market actually pushed to the downside. I prayed for a pullback, and the market gave me a pullback. And then right there, I was like, okay, that's my goal. Let me just get it right now. We had a confirmation right there, you can see. However, the market didn't drop immediately. Let me just show you what happened. This was also very tempting. However, I know when my setup is there. I know when my setup is there. So I'll actually be able to actually stick around until I get what I want, as long as the market keeps showing me that it wants to go down. So that's what it is. So the market actually, after I entered the first trade right there, the market actually dropped about 78 pips right there. So if you zoom in right here, you realize that we entered from here, and then the market dropped from here up to around this level, almost like 90 pips. And guess what happened? The market pushed to the upside to take me out. Okay, this was a break-even trade. We moved my stop loss to break even, and then I was taken out when I break even, and that was bad. Like after the market had moved almost like 80 pips, and then comes back again to my entry and took me out like that. That was a break-even trade, and then guess what? The market still showed me a nice level. The reason why I was confident in this particular trade, let me just show you in a minute. So if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, let's go to the 30 minutes time frame. There was a level where the market was actually trying to react from, and then that's where my order block was right there. Okay, let me just zoom in right there, right here. Yeah. So if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, I think it will be much clearer. Let me just go to the 15 minutes time frame. I show you just a minute, guys, just a minute right there. Let me just go to the 15 minutes time frame right here. Yeah, you can see my order block was right here. It was a nice order block right there, and then I was confident that the market was going to respect this level right there. However, the market kind of took me out after dropping almost like 80 pips, and then the market started coming back again, and then until like it came to my entry, I had to get out, and then the market pushed to the upside, taking me out. However, I was still confident about that particular trade, and you can see that the market was just trying to take out everyone who was trying to sell. The market pushed to the upside, and then we sold again. The market, after rejecting that level, we had to sell again, as you can see. So the first trade was like 20 in our favor, then came back. It was a break-even trade, and then again, you can see that the market now gave us a second option to re-enter. You can see that the market had rejected that level right there, right? So the market being rejected at that level, and guess what happened? The market again went to the upside. Like our entry was right here. We entered, and then the market pushed to the upside again for the second time. I was like, whoa, what's happening here? All right, and my stop loss was quite tight, so I was just losing about 22 pips each time. Like the second time, I lost about 22 pips. Like the market, after entering right there, the market pushed to the upside, taking me out. However, I was still confident in this trade, not because of anything else, but because I saw the market still being rejected at that level to just start to take out everyone who was trying to sell prematurely. And guess what? I sold again for the third time. This time around, we were right. And guess what? The market dropped. So I had to sell for the third time, which was right there. And then this time around, the market dropped significantly. This is the move that you're able to see right there. The market dropped like about how many pips? About 117 pips, 123. But my entry was around this level. Like this was like 112 pips, 130 pips. The market dropped that much, and then that's how it is. And that's how we ended up with about 130 pips on the GBP AUD right here. And then the other trade I've skipped, I think, was EURGBP. Let me just show you the EURGBP trade. It was also a very, very beautiful one. Yeah, it was here. What a nice QML. So if you look here, we had done a very, very big imbalance right there, which was caused by probably by news, and then the market just dropped, and then came to our level. We created some liquidity around that level. Then we had a nice uh, rising wage there, and then we expected the market to actually drop from here. Let me just go to the chart right now. I'll show you what was happening on the EURGBP right there. Yeah. So let me just go to the 30-minute time frame. So this is what happened. Okay. So you may ask, why was I? This was just a week, right? Why was I trying to sell from here? Let me just show you. So if you go to the lower time frame, you guys have to do multiple time frame analysis. You always have to go to the lower time frame to find structure. You always have to do that. So here it might not be clear. Let me just go to the 5-minute time frame again. So I had an order block on the, I think on the 5 or 3 minutes time frame. Let me just show you in a minute. I hope you are actually getting some value from this. The trade results that I send, those are not fabricated results. Those are like real results that I actually share with our private community. As you can see right now, I'm proving to you that these are not fake results that some people may actually try and take. These are the true reflection of what trade we took. So you can see this is my rally based drop on the 5-minute time frame. So this is why I was actually looking at this. So on the 30-minute time frame, it might not look like much, but that's what was happening on the lower time frame. So you can see that that was where the level is, and with a nice presentation right here, where the market coming to us with a nice compression right there. However, I think my stop loss was a little bit too tight. I think that's the reason why I was taken out. Otherwise, it actually went in my direction just after taking me out, because my stop loss was like 12 pips, and however the market went up to 17 pips, I just missed this trade with about 5 pips, right? How bad is that? Yeah, that's bad. And then after taking me out, then the market dropped about 70 pips. Imagine. Yeah, so this was my fault entirely. My stop loss was just too tight, I guess. So that's how it is. Otherwise, that's how it is, guys. You're going to win, you're going to lose. However, when you have a system that has a positive expectancy over a series of trades, this is what happens. You're going to lose. I can tell you one thing. Our strategy is not perfect, but I can tell you one thing. I'm always going to be profitable. Why? Because I've got a good risk to reward ratio. My system gives me a better risk to reward ratio. I might lose trades, but it just takes 1, 2, 3 good trades, and I'm back in business and I'll be profitable. You can see that I had how many trades? So if I can count, this is 2 trades, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 trades, and I only won how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 trades, actually 5 trades out of 15 trades, right? That's when you compare the win rate there, that's really bad. Like the win rate is actually quite low. But look, when I win just one good trade that reaches take profit, I'm already like 10R in profit, 5R. That's how it is. Just one good trade that reaches take profit puts me so much ahead, right? So that's how it is. So you can see the number of pips here. They're not very much. They're not a lot, right? But look at the risk reward ratio right there. You can see that this is like 18R. So if you're risking 1% of your account, you'd have gained 18%. However, I risk 0.5% because of the funded account I'm trading with. I'm risking 0.5%, and on this particular week, I managed to secure myself about 9% on my account. So this is how it is, guys. It's never about pips. It's never about the win rate. It's always about risk to reward ratio. How much are you going to make